your child, the demonic manipulation. When you get into argument with them, they will talk over you, and then it will make it worse. Because what they want is that you will start talking and they will get out. So you don't even argue with them. You realize this is strange. You don't argue with them. The second point you got to do is that you got to be able to build weight. You know, you got to be able to and build weight. Because if you argue it physically, you lose them. You lose them. It becomes more complicated, and then you end up releasing words. You end up releasing words that will cut him deep. That will cut him deep, and before you realize, the words have add injury to the wound, and it becomes more, more deadly, more painful. It's and that's what the enemy wants, because they want us to confront spiritual things physically. The enemy wants us to confront spiritual things physically, and when we do that, it drives us apart. It drives us apart. So you go into your spiritual mode, and then you begin to confront it spiritually. You enter into, you talk to your pastor about it, and people around you that are spiritual. People you can trust them with your personal issues. And then you begin to wage war. You begin to wage war. You begin to wage war. But you're not dealing with your husband. You're not dealing with your wife. But you're not dealing with your son. You are dealing with the background, the forces in the background, the demon in the background, the wizard father, or the witchcraft mother, or the cycle in the family. Something has entered that man, and they want to destroy the marriage. You want to go into warfare aggressively. You want to reduce your level of conversation with him, or argument with him, because he is not in his right frame of mind.
She is not in the right mind. And it's very important, as my husband was saying, that because the thing is spiritual, you don't want to divert the battle into physical, where you fight the person physically, as we are saying, using negative words, and then sharing it outside. You go outside, and then you are telling people about it. My husband have changed, and my husband did this, and my husband did that. Because the talking does not solve the issue. And as a matter of fact, the person that you are talking to, you don't know the spiritual weight of the person. You don't know it. And as you are sharing with the person, ask yourself, can the person help you? Is the person just a listener, or the person is a helper? Can the person help you to confront what you are fighting? Can the person help you to fight it, or the person will just listen to it? As a matter of fact, in times like that, it's very crucial that you be very careful who you talk to. Because if you talk to the person, and that person is also not spiritual, and that person is also under manipulation, yes, the person will be used, and you have already increased your battle.
Yeah.
So you are praying and nothing is happening. So the reason why sometimes when you are going through challenges in your marriage and you are praying, the reason why you don't see result is that, for all you know, you are talking to the wrong person.
Yeah.
You are feed. I've been through, my husband have been through that before. There are times that we were going through challenges in our marriage, we were arguing. I mean, a day will not pass by where we will not argue. I'm telling you, a day will not pass by where we do not argue, where we do not exchange words. We'll fight and do this and do all that, and then and we say we are married and all that, but we were living like cat and mouse. And the worst thing is that even though we were praying about it, we were talking to the wrong people. The people that we thought, that we felt that they were spiritual. The people that we assumed that they could help us. No, they were the people that were adding fire into the challenges. So we were talking to them, and at the end of the day, they were increasing the battle. The more we were talking to them, the more, they were increasing the battle. So some of these things that we are sharing, it is not book. It is not anything. Some of these things are things that we've been through, things that we've seen. So when you see married couples who are giggling and they are laughing, there is something that they are doing that you don't know about. That is why we are here and we are sharing. So I want you to take this thing very serious. If you talk to the wrong person, you are increasing your trouble. You are increasing your trouble. Sometimes you see the people, you feel that, oh, this person is so spiritual. The fact that they go to church, they speak in tongues, they see one or two things. So you feel that some of these things are how do you call it? Familiar spirit. Some of these people operate the familiar spirit. So as you are talking to them, you are talking to the wrong people. So at the end of the day, you are praying. Nothing is happening. You are fasting. Nothing is happening. Why? Nothing is going on. You are not seeing any changes. Why? Because you are talking to the wrong people. So you are praying and you are praying, but nothing is going on. So it's very important that if you really want to redeem your spouse from it, you want to be very, very careful who you talk to. Who do you confine in challenges like this? It's very crucial.
Very, very crucial.
It's very, very important.
And when it comes to when a man is cheating, for example, a woman is acting very rebellious, you realize that many a times, 90% of the time, what a man is doing is in the family. Whatever the man is doing is a cycle in his family. You check his family bloodline, there's limitation. You realize that the men don't prosper. There's an embargo in the family. The men are very immoral. They are very polygamous. You know, it's a spirit. It's a curse in the family. It's a pattern. All the men, even the ones in the church, they go to church, but they are very immoral. They are very, you know, they like gambling. They are very abusive. You know, they are not very unfaithful. You realize it. You know, they are very bad with money. You check it. You check the background. When you see that pattern, that is when, as a wife or as a husband, you got to step in there. We step in there aggressively because you want to redeem them. And as you are redeeming them, the person that you want to help, the oppressor does not want the oppressed to go free. You know, so they fortify the battle. And as we said before, they release words, they exchange words. Those words can cut you deep that you realize that forget this guy. I don't want that. I'm trying to pray for him. You know, he's even insulting me. He's even releasing words that is making, you know, is adding more injury to what I'm going through. So I can't, you know, if he wants to die, let him die. That's what that's what the enemy wants.
That's right. That you give up on them.
That's what the enemy wants. The enemy's goal is that you give up on them, because sometimes the more you are praying, the more you are seeing more discouraging things. The more you are fasting, the more you are praying for them, the more you are seeing. That's when he's really acting the fool.
And she's getting worse.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse. But don't be moved by what don't be moved by that. You gotta just keep doing it. You gotta just keep doing it. You are not. Don't attack them. You come home. You can even see your face and start cursing you out. Start cursing you out. Start saying all kinds of funny things. Start picking up fight in front of the kids and all of that. When you see that strange pattern that has entered into your wife or entered into your husband, and it's acting very strange, and realize that this is not very normal. You touch it, say no, don't touch me. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. No, leave me alone. You realize that the normal has become abnormal. The normal has become abnormal. You want to enter into a prayer, and that prayer is not a prayer just to attack witches. It's a prayer to deprogram your husband or deprogram your spouse, your wife. You are praying to deprogram them. All right? You are deprogrammed. It's extremely important to understand that they are not in control. It's true. You know, at that time, that man, that woman is not in control at all. They're not in control. They don't even know what they are doing. Especially when the man is careless with food and everything, and he likes it and everything. You know, they are not even in control. Yeah, I've told you true. You have to seek God for connecting you to the right people who's anointed. Yes, yeah, and break the curse and evil pattern. Yeah, so you checking the evil pattern. You see the curse in the family. So you connect to the right people, and then you got to stay on them spiritually, because they are not themselves. Their mind have been shifted. Their desire have been shifted. Their appetite have changed. You know, all of a sudden they are beginning to see you as an enemy.
That's right.
They are seen as an enemy.
That's
and
right.
all of a sudden their main goal is to go. Their main goal is to get out of the marriage. Their main goal is go. You know, so it looks like if you are not very spiritual yourself, forget it. If you want to go, you know, you want to go, you want to get a divorce, you want us to divorce, okay, let's do it. All right, let's do it. You want a divorce, okay? You want a divorce? Let's do it, okay? I'm sick and tired of it. I'm so sick and tired of you. I'm also sick and tired of you. And you call yourself a man, you call yourself a woman. I'm sick and tired of you, okay? And then
all these things are manipulations.
Manipulation. The enemy is manipulating. You manipulate you. All of a sudden, the person you loved has become the person you hated with. You hate with a passion, and then the enemy wants to steal them away. Or the man you love, the woman you love, started cheating, started acting strange, started drinking, started taking drugs, started acting very, very funny. They doesn't want to go to church, doesn't want to have anything to do with church. And sometimes, when they want to destroy a couple, they can plant a woman in the church. They can plant a man in the church. They'll plant them in the church, right in the church, right in the church. And the person will come to church and say, oh, hallelujah. And he said, I said, I needed a woman like you, you know.
Where have you been?
Where have you been? My husband is not doing what he's supposed to do. I wanted a man like you. I want a man, and they plant them in the church. Because you know that most of the times you go out there and cheat around when you're in church. They plant them in the church. Sometimes the church can be more dangerous than outside. Sometimes the church can be more dangerous than outside the church. Because not everybody in church is born again. Not everybody in church is planted by God. There are some in churches that have been planted by the enemy, the wicked one. There are some that have been demonically orchestrated to meet our spouses, especially when there are battles in marriages. Satan plants people who are very religious. They are very religious. They are agent of Satan. They are agent of destruction. They are marriage killers, and they are planted in church, and they come in there like they are come to comfort you, but they are come to kill. They are coming there to kill. They are in the church. They are beautiful. They are serving the usher board. They are serving as deacons.
They are bodyguards.
They are bodyguards, but they are planted. They are very planted, and they have come to seduce and to destroy. So one of the things about the demonic is that anytime the enemy is planting confusion and want to break a home, there is always a network. There is always a network. A network means that they will argue, and after the argument, he will walk out. And when he walks out, he will meet her. And when he meets her, he will call her. When he calls her, you have sex with her.
It's already calculated.
And, you know, and have sex with her, you will enter into a covenant and he can't live again. And that covenant the marine kingdom will use the covenant to pull him out of the marriage. Pull him out, because there's a black covenant between him and a strange woman. And that black covenant, they're going to use it. They use his semen. They pull him out, put their traps. And they'll pull the man out, pull the woman out. All of a sudden, he says, I want a divorce. I say, I want a divorce. I say, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I want to get out. I want to get out. Woman, leave me alone. That's my life. I want out. At that time, it takes real love.